Hey guys, welcome back to another exciting episode of Outdoor Experiences. Today we're going to be talking about some of the differences between hunting private land and public land. Deer hunting is a sport that is loved by many. Whether you sit in a blind or stalk your deer, the thrill of the hunt is all that is on anyone's mind. Only question is, where are you hunting? For some lucky people, you have the ability to hunt private land. Many times it's land owned by friends, family, or purchased the property for the purpose of hunting it. On the other hand, you may be using public land such as a state forest. The type of deer hunting you do may change drastically depending on what situation you're in. Let's start the discussion with private land. Please keep in mind that when discussing this topic, we are talking about Minnesota rules and regulations. Always refer to your state's guidelines prior to season opener. Private land is any parcel of land that has a recorded and registered property owner. This could be farmland or even just land specifically purchased for the sole goal of hunting it. Private land is still subject to the state regulations and seasons, meaning just because you saw your monster trophy buck in July doesn't mean you can harvest it because it's your land. However, on private land you can build permanent structures. This is one of the major differences to public land. Many landowners that deer hunt will leave their stand up year-round so they don't disturb their hunting area. Food plots are another great advantage to private land ownership. A landowner can plant and grow different things in order to feed their game animals more than just corn that gets thrown out pre-season. Hunting over a food plot on private land is well within that landowner's right. However, private land doesn't allow for baiting your deer. Any food source that is not already growing there naturally, such as wheatgrass, radishes, or clover, must be removed 2 weeks prior to season opener. But if you do your food plot in the spring, you'll have plenty of food for them to hang around come season opener. Lastly, private land means unless someone else has permission to hunt that land, you should be the only hunter there. This increases your odds of hitting that target buck so long as it's stuck around your property. For many of us, that target buck always seems to go on vacation right as the season starts. However, with proper prep work and time spent cultivating the food plot, your chances go up exponentially. Check out some of our other videos on tips on how to build your ideal food plot. Let's move on to public land. For the vast majority of hunters, public land is really all that's available to them. Minnesota state forests are a great spot to deer hunt. They are free to hunt as long as you have a valid hunter's permit. Public land hunting can also be a lot more competitive since there is no restriction on who can hunt there and how many hunters can be in state land at one time. Always try to be respectful to other hunters and keep your distance. This is both to provide you a better hunt, but to keep you safe as well. In Minnesota, during any firearm season, which includes muzzleloader, you are required to be wearing at least 50% blaze orange. Many hunters opt for more since it makes no real difference to the deer. Public land also does not allow for a permanent structure. Only pop-up blinds and climbing tree stands are allowed and must be removed daily. Minnesota DNR conservation officers monitor many of the entry points at state land where hunting is common, and will check to ensure that all rules and regulations are being followed. There is a lot of great hunting that can be done on public land, especially if you are stalk and stop hunting. This would allow you to cover more ground and really take advantage of all of the land that has to offer. Check out our future videos and some tips on how to make the most of hunting public land. At the end of the day, any outdoorsman is going to make use of what's available to them. Whether it's hunting private land or public land, or fishing from the trusty old Alumacraft or your new Skeeter bass boat. So long as you're safely and respectfully enjoying the sport, it's all a great time. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.